What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JC's Pop Culture with me, JC, where you can see all kinds of pop culture content. Could be anything from movie reviews to what we have today and what's been dominating the headlines lately. Of course, EA Sports College Football 25, and rightfully so. We're getting so close to the release of this game, just a little over a month and a half away now, and we're getting a ton of information coming out. We saw some people that went to play the game. They put out a ton of information yesterday. Tomorrow, we're getting the gameplay trailer from EA, and they're also dropping a huge blog post. That gameplay trailer, I think, is coming out around 11 a.m., so set your calendar if you haven't already. We're going to have a ton of new information, but I just wanted to throw something out here that I didn't get a chance to, really touch on in my deep dives, and it's a pretty cool detail that I think a lot of people may have not known about yet. And I want to talk a little bit about the option offense, right? That's something that a lot of people like, whether you run the flex bone or whether you just like to run some read option, out of the shotgun. Maybe you're going to run a little RPO in this game. Well, there's going to be some differences involved now compared to how things used to be, both, on the NCAA football series and even on Madden. This isn't even how this functions on Madden. This is completely new to college football 25. New ways to hand the ball off as far as the pull/give read, and of course, new pitch types as well. So let's dive into this right here. This is Andy Staples talking a little bit about, the new mechanic as far as, when you're running the read option and you have the chance to potentially give it to that running back, kind of like the picture that I showed on the thumbnail with Pat White and Steve Slayton doing it back in the day, right there at that mesh point. You used to have to mash A to hand that ball off. No longer. Check this out right here from Andy Staples.
One that I love, and I think some of you are going to hate this, and I think some of you are going to love this, but I like it because I think it is more true to the real life version of this. They've changed the read option. So when you run a read option in the old game, the default would have been the quarterback keeps it. And if you want to hand off to the running back, you have to kind of press X very quick. So you press X to snap, and then very quickly would press X to hand off. That's not how it works now. Now the default is a handoff, and you press X if you want to pull it and keep as the quarterback, which is more realistic in real life, because in real life, the quarterback keep is the less likely option to happen. But if that defensive end crashes on the back, of course you keep it as the quarterback. It'll actually allow you to read the unblocked defender better.
All right, so there you hear it from Andy Staples, who played the game himself. New way to do it. Might take an adjustment period. I know we're all probably going to be pulling them, and we're meaning to hand them off and shit there for a little bit when we were first playing this game, right? But we'll get used to it, I'm sure, within a few hours of playing the game. And at least if we know about it ahead of time, maybe we can try and prepare ourselves for it mentally and get to that point where, whether you're on PlayStation and it's X, or whether you're on Xbox and it's the A button, that's what you do to pull it now. And if you want to hand it off, just don't push anything. He's going to hand that ball right off on that read option. But then also, they made some changes as far as, the pitch. You run in the flex bone, maybe. You run a little triple option, so you got that pitch man. Or you got a guy, coming in motion on a motion read option that you got there coming in, that jet sweep orbit motion to be the pitch man. Whatever it is, they've even gave you more options as far as the pitch is concerned now. Check this out right here. And this is from Forbes. They actually put out a really good article today. It's like 50 things you should know about college football, or 25 or some shit like that. But either way, it's a really good article. But in it, it talks a little bit about the option game changes as well. And it's kind of what led me to this, because I had already heard about, the read option pull, but I didn't realize, I guess it kind of slipped through the cracks on some of the other videos that I was watching, that they changed it to where there's two different option pitch types now as well. And I'm sure you still have the fake pitch if you want it. But the way that they changed it now is you will now have quick or strong pitch types, with each having their own pros and cons. And obviously, you're going to hard, kind of similar to, the way the pass function used to work. Probably be a hard press for a harder pitch, and then just kind of a tap for a softer pitch. Why would you want this? Maybe you got a guy bearing down, you need to get that pitch out quick, so you want to hit a hard pitch. Typically you might want to do a softer one if there's no one in the area there, just kind of make sure it's easier for your running back to catch, because you fling that thing in there too hard, there may be some fumbles on the option as well. Gives it a little bit of a risk reward addition to that option mechanic here in EA Sports College Football 25. So really excited about this news for someone that runs the option, because, we've heard about a ton of detail being put into the option offense, and I wondered what exactly that meant. And it's changing some of the mechanics, changing the read option give, and of course, new pitch types. And hopefully we're going to have a shit ton of new option plays, new option formations, everything. I'm sure we know we got 130 plus new playbooks in this game. So super excited. We're going to find it all out tomorrow, guys. Be ready for that EA Sports gameplay deep dive, blog post, and video. And then tomorrow evening, come back here after I get home from work. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a live stream where we can all talk about all the information we've taken in all day in regards to the EA Sports College Football 25 gameplay, share our thoughts. You can ask me any questions you got, all that good stuff will be coming on a live stream tomorrow night on JC's Pop Culture when we talk gameplay details. But just a little tease here. How about this? This is from the thumbnail for the gameplay deep dive that EA Sports put up on YouTube. But check that out. That's the abilities that they were talking about. No X Factors, which to me is one of the most positive pieces of news we've got yet for this damn game. But you see 3 mental abilities, 5 physical abilities. The 3 mental look like they're there on the left, and the 5 physical look like they're there on the right. And I'm sure we'll find out just about what these are tomorrow and how they function in the game and shit. And hopefully it's good news. But there's a little teaser for tomorrow's news that'll be coming from EA. Going to learn a little bit about the abilities, and I'm sure we're going to learn in depth about gameplay for this game. They said the blog post is super long, and of course we're going to get a video as well. So looking forward to that. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed this video discussing the option offense. Are you going to run the option in EA Sports College Football 25? Let me know down in the comments below, as well as your thoughts on any of the news that's come out thus far. Really appreciate those interactions. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button before you head out. And if you're into this College Football 25 game, be sure to subscribe here to JC's Pop Culture. Gonna have a ton of content coming out for it, both videos about the news and some gameplay once it drops as well. So be sure subscribe here if you haven't already. Appreciate you tuning into this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.